Like these dudes talking about bloodbath and shit like that. The reason why he said that, let me explain why Trump would say something like that. First of all, let's look at the border and who came over the borders. Do we know of every single person that came over that border? At about six, they're always using the number six with their mathematical ass. You know what I'm saying? Talking about 6 billion million people or billion people that came into this country. Do you know every single one that did? Now, prime example is this. What happened to that guy that came over here and murdered that college girl? He was working for Dash and Uber. While you're penalizing everybody for a little stupid shit on these different Uber and Dash, you know what I'm saying? You have people driving for you that just, you know, ride around freely using that as their catalyst to be able to, what you call, by doing that, that's called, I guess you call when a person defense supposed to be up and you're using that as a way to break their defense down. So they think that they're safe with you. And next thing you know, he goes drive the girl supposed to be doing an Uber ride or whatever, drives the girl off somewhere and kill her. So and then when come to find out, did an investigation into it, come to find out he came over the border from South America with 5 sons and a wife. And then he was driving Uber and Dash in order to make money. Rather than building and becoming a wealthy man, he went right back to his pedophilia, bloodthirsty, motherfucking, serial killing of women bullshit. Now, he's only one. How many more came over that border? Then you had Chinese diplomats coming through the border as well. And then you had all type of people coming over the border. But yet still, you know what I'm saying? Creep Joe Biden them talking about war on terrorism. Remember that? Bush, when he knocked down the World Trade Center? Before that? What happened before that? You know what I'm saying? He was constantly ramping up terrorists, even paying people to go out and do terrorist acts. You know what I'm saying? Giving them fake bombs and shit like that and certain things. And, got to come to find out when you interview the same people that got arrested for this bullshit, they were working for them. They put them up to that so they could create a terrorist narrative. Because I guess him and Tony Blair, Bush and Tony Blair, couldn't get the funding they want for their war. So they blew up the World Trade Center. Yeah, so how many people did they actually let over the border and who came over the border and who's in our country and so forth and so on? Now, from what we understand, many people have many different rumors and many different theories, and there are many different conspiracy theorists. That's what they like to use. That gets them out of the truth being revealed or the truth having any bearing to create better research as to the bullshit that they're doing. So they'll say, oh, here's a conspiracy theory when the truth comes out. So that'll weed the truth from you knowing the truth to them saying it's a lie and you don't know what you're talking about. Very reverse psychology method. But when he says bloodbath, what he means is Creep Joe Biden done set you up for that. You could forget that because from what they were saying, many of them were told that when time comes, they got to be ready to kill Americans so they can, I guess, kill Americans and so forth and whatever rumor they had about it, saying that when they come over the border, they tell them they could come in the country as long as they are prepared to kill American people. You know what I'm saying? So they know the American people are already pissed with them. And they know the American people are already on top. Many of them, not all, because many of them are really, not all. You know what I'm saying? And he's telling them, what Trump is telling them, if you don't elect him, they're going to release this shit on you. You know what I'm saying? And even if you do elect Trump, they're still going to do this bullshit to you. So don't think that when Trump say bloodbath, he's talking about if you don't elect me, I'm going to send out a goon squad. That's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. No. Don't let them twist your mind around. You know what I'm saying? This is set up by the demon Democrats. By using the word asylum seeker you could classify every single one coming over that border as that. But that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? What's coming over that border and what has probably come over the border is a whole military troop of our enemies that Creep Joe Biden has been in bed with and motherfucking taking the money and all kinds of bullshit going on between them in the Luciferian, what do you call it? Armageddon, riding on the four horses or the five horses of apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? Clap your lips. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's what Trump is talking about. He's not talking about if he don't win, they're going to send out a goon squad or people just flip out and it's going to be a bloodbath. No, Creep Joe Biden has already set you up a long time for that when he opened that fucking water like that. You see? So Trump would be the only one to be elected to be able to stop that. This is why they're trying to reverse it on Trump. Because Trump would be the only one we have right now that's at the head of the table that would be able to stop that. Ukraine and also the Gaza Strip shit. Don't think that he knows he's going to have to do what he has to do. So you know for well that they're lying, saying that he's talking about something else. When they already set you up. So when Trump come in and decides to do the correct thing and crush their ass and get them out of there and different stuff like that, and they're falling out of grace and all this different shit, they're going to set these people off on of us, and they're going to just go around like this guy did coming over here driving the Uber and Dash and murdered the college girl. He had no remorse. Where was the remorse? This man had a wife and 5 kids. But he went out and murdered somebody else's kid. See the mind frame they have? This is the mind frame of the demon Democrats. And many crooked demon Democrats who have crossed party lines and crossed into the Republican Party, which now makes it difficult for the Republican Party to do what they're supposed to do. Anytime you have 31 Republicans voting alongside of the demon Democrats, saying that they got to do it because of they got to this and they got to say it, because they're lying. They're no more than bipartisan, crossing party lines, motherfucking faggots. And they should not be in no fucking Republican Party. And if that's the case in itself, then we should have been start our own fucking party years ago. But you busy listening to people like Madame Blavatsky, Alistair Crowley, Bill Gates, demon democratical motherfucking clown puppets, and all kinds of motherfucker, except going after the real motherfucker that's causing this shit in you. Sorry about that. Causing the real shit in our country to go on. You know what I'm saying? We have to start to wake up to that. And he talking about many are concerned. You're not concerned about the border, who came over your fucking borders? From Florida to motherfucking, from Texas to motherfucking Canada? All types of people coming through Trudeau border too up there in Canada. Don't let Trudeau fool you. While Trudeau was putting all these different laws on them and the truckers had to start making a trucker rally in order to go up against his bullshit. So Trudeau ain't fooling nobody. He let every motherfucker come through that border. You know what I'm saying? He down with the bullshit as well. Talking about a Canadian. You disgrace the Canadians. Then up there doing Luciferian shit. Then up there doing Luciferian shit. You know what I'm saying? In itself. You know what I'm saying? Even when we look at Nancy Pelosi with her red dress, whatever she have on, Duncy, you know what I'm saying? Pelosi, crooked ass, demon Democrats have no win this election following Trump. Blood. You see how she's trying to play it up? You see how she's trying to play it up? You see what I told you? You see what I'm telling you? Oh, they're listening. So, send it in because we got to get it right. Now, we see Nancy Pelosi, done, you know what I'm saying? Asshole of America. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see what good standard she has in any shape or form, especially what she did to y'all during the pandemic and even at the White House. You know what I'm saying? And talking about after Trump's remarks, you know what I'm saying? This is coming in by Sarah 55 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? But we see the former Nancy Pelosi, no, she's not even a former. She's an asshole a wicked beast that y'all let into your government. That's what she is talking about, a speaker. Speaking for whom? She sure wasn't speaking for the American people during the pandemic. She sure wasn't speaking about for the people when you open up the border and all the people are losing their lives down in Texas and all over the world by these beasts you let in rather than screening everyone. She wasn't talking about you when she put the mandates and all this shit and Biden when people didn't want to take the juice and shit. He said, come on, people, come on, man. And then had Steve Malone over there in Democratic New York, Long Island, bullshit, where he ain't giving nobody proper housing and people 55, 65 years are living in a fucking car while you're talking about take the salt, you assholes. How long y'all people gonna keep letting these people do this fuckery to you? Now we see where this crooked motherfucker Nancy Pelosi, demon Democrat, and guess where? California, Alistair Crawley, and L. Ron Hubbard, and all every Luciferian motherfucker you could think of raping little kids in pre-K schools in the basement. Okay, now we have here where she said, you know what I'm saying, with a crooked ass, on Sunday, underscore the stakes of November. Like, there's no underscore. She's lying and wordplay. There's no underscore. Talking about underscore. Underscore. You know what I'm saying? The stakes of the November election after Trump warned of bloodbath for the auto industry and the country if he does not win the second terms in the White House. That's not what he's saying. She's lying again, just like that other idiot. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? He's lying as well. You know what I'm saying? She just trying to iterate and back up everything this man say out of his mouth. They jump on like little fucking children, you know what I'm saying, and run it thinking that the American people are just that fucking stupid. You look like a little fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? Playing Dolly House or Follow the Favorite Kid. Oh yeah, the Yellow Brick Road. You think we didn't understand that terminology about the Yellow Brick Road too? And the Wizard of Oz? You stupid motherfucker. That's how long you've been doing bullshit. I told people about that years ago. That's a mock in the American people's face while they made it so jollyful that you don't see it. But they're mocking. They do that. They're doing that to you right now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So when we look at what she's trying to say, but she ain't talking about the open border policy. She ain't talking about it took her 5 hours to call in the National Guard and you never did. You said they were attacking, and that, what did you do? But she ain't talking about none of that. She ain't talking about who came over that border also. What kind of diplomats or whoever our enemies are or have all come over the border as 6 billion zillion people? So the American people went down there, took time to screen every motherfucker to make sure no rapists, because South America had the highest women murder rate in the world. I don't know, probably still today. And it has been investigated. You know what I'm saying? And even when you look at the movie, go look at the movie with Jennifer Lopez called Border Town. Go look at that movie and you'll see exactly some of the shit that they do over there. You know what I'm saying? You need to look up the movie with Jennifer Lopez, Border Town. Because there are a lot of mock in your face too. But at the same time, at a campaign rally in Ohio on Saturday, Trump called for 100% traffic of cars made outside the country, you know what I'm saying the industry would only be protected with him in office. And that may be a damn skip truth. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's already set up to be that already. That wasn't done by Trump. Trump didn't open up the border and let 6 zillion people in claiming asylum seeker. He's not the one that put them in cages. He took them out of the cages and built facilities that would make them feel more at home. Obama and Biden is the one put them in cages and took pictures and said that Trump did that. You better look up the facts and don't let nobody keep telling you it's nothing but no conspiracy theory, because once you find the facts, they're going to say that. Which you should already expect that. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't the one did that. Your bloodbath is already being set up. Now, another form of your bloodbath theory, you know what I'm saying, is called the replacement theory that the white people were running. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and if you don't do what they say, they're going to set off these criminals and these terrorists and everybody in our country at $6 billion a pop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then try to get them to vote in our election and got them in the voting poll houses, but you wouldn't let Trump come in and Giuliani come in to inspect the voting houses. But you got these people that just came over the border working in the fucking polling houses. Huh? Now all of a sudden you trying to say you want to make it illegal that they can't work there. So how long was they working there, you know what I'm saying, voting for your demon, democratic, blood-sucking, thirsty, crooked ass set of motherfucking dickwads, and the rest of y'all jumping back and forth between parties so you could control both sides and make a fool the fuck out of us? And had them working in there talking about Sanctuary City, and anybody come up speaking that type of open border policy on Sanctuary City, you made sure that the people working in the polls were from over there in South America, just like Mayakas bald-headed fucking cue ball, greasy head ass, Luciferian bitch, deep state motherfucker, voting for these people. Outvoting the American power, American people's voting power. And then turn around and preach open border policy, something that should not have happened that way, because they were already happening anyway. And then you voted, and then when we turn around, a zillion people lining up, crossing through the desert to come into this country. But there ain't gonna be no bloodbath. Okay. Okay. When they were doing that shit, Trump wasn't even a fucking president. When they were pulling this fucking setup stunt. And then when Trump got in, everything falls on Trump. For the last 8 fucking years of these Luciferian, Baphometical, faggot-ass LGBT clowns. You know what I'm saying? Obama dumbass. Raping little fucking girls from Philippines and shit. And carrying on and all this murdering people and doing all kind of fuckery. Huh? Left office. Huh? And tried to stick Hillary Clinton in there. Another fucking Baphometical, Luciferian, blood-sucking, thirsty son of a bitch. You keep voting for the same motherfuckers. No wonder you have a replacement theory on your back. No wonder you're in turmoil with your elections. Because you're not focusing down on what needs to be. Everybody talking about how grown they fucking is, and then when you see them in public, you all acting grown and say, oh, smile, you know, I'm top dog, you know, you talk to them, they talking to you, oh, you know, I'm coming up in your face, you gotta keep backing up and shit, and you keep coming up for, the fuck is you doing, clown? You ain't kissing me next to you, faggot ass motherfucker. You should be within arm's length as a man. What's this shit? This is the type of mind frame these people have. And they've been murdering and killing and carrying on for years. Lying to you in every corner they can find. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, yeah, they're going to be a bloodbath for the country. Yeah, because they already done set that up. The Trump is telling you. Same thing he told you during the pandemic. You know, talking about some Lysol and bleach or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't telling you to do that. He was telling you that that's what they're going to do to you. Because he knew full well both would poison you and killed you. But he can't just come out at that time and I told you what they were doing and what was going on. So he told you in a different way. But you were too stupid to understand that, I guess. And then talking about people went out and did it. But many people caught the truth of it is what you miss. All right. His critics instantly seize on the remark. Of course. Of course, who controls the media? You better look that up. Who truly controls the media? I forgot that guy's name. You know what I'm saying? Sitting up there, he's supposed to be the number one guy. He's a number one, more like number two, if you ask me. But you know what I'm saying? But these are the people we put in the power and give them all types of money to where you even have people like entertainers, singers, and rappers paying and bragging about it. Bragging about it. They just put a couple of bands on a nigga head and shit like that, and then the people accept the money, the poor ass kids in the neighborhood, and they go out and do it. Then they end up in jail, or they end up hurt. But they're putting all these bans on these people's head, talking about how much money they spend to have a nigga hit and shit like that. Why you always killing niggas? The fuck is wrong with you? They ain't killing other people across the planet as well? When is y'all niggas gonna wake the fuck up? That goes for Africa as well. You should be coming to the rescue of the black people in Sudan. You should not be Muslim because that is not your culture. And that is not your group. That was your slave master probably who took over your land and convinced you into that. Whether you're from Somalia or wherever. That is not yours. You know what I'm saying? That was brought into Africa. Let's just be honest with you. Same with Christianity. Christianity in the forms that we see today was not our way. You know what I'm saying? And under these banners have murdered and killed millions of African people. Using Africans, convincing them into the bullshit, their twisted mind ass, and they go out and help them, such as Mussolini did with the Moors, traitorous ass. I mean, let's just be honest here. You know what I mean? Talking about his remarks, you know, his critics instantly seize on his remarks, criticizing them as a call for political violence. That's bullshit. Because the demon Democrats had already called that on your ass even before the pandemic in order to stop Trump from being elected or even from Trump winning a re-election. For the 4 years, he rocked their fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want a second round of that shit. Get your ass straight now. You know what I'm saying? So you created Black Lives Matter. You created the Capitol Hill riots. You created the Gaza Strip attack. You created the attack from Zelensky using NATO and making Russia have to defend itself against your garbage. So that's an attack. So Russia was just defending itself as usual. But you want to say now it's a political... No, it's not. No, it's not. And don't let no critic rule your mind. Don't let no critic rule your mind.